Unplugged, here we go. Rudy and the crew, exclusive interview. Welcome to the show, let's have some fun. Sweep Unplugged starts now.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It is Shamai. I'm here with Sweep Unplugged. Shout out to Rudy, the founder of Sweep Delete TV. Big shout out to UTSA Hall of Famer, former NBA player as well, Derek Gervin. I think Rudy is going to make an announcement, and I'm not sure if he already made it, but Derek has some really great news that he shared on social media this past weekend. So I'm not going to spill the beans if Rudy didn't make the announcement yet. But once again, we have a special guest today, just like any other time on this segment. We have Manuj Aggarwal, and he is going to share with us his amazing, powerful story, facing adversity at a young age, growing up in a small town, had a troubled home and life, but he built his way through. He pushed his way through. Began working in a factory at age 15 to support himself. He also endured some harsh working conditions. $12 a day. Imagine that, $12 a day for $2 daily. But his story never stopped there. Not only did he push himself, he became a great success story. But I don't want to spill all the beans because that's why he's on the show today. So first and foremost, Manuj, thank you for your time, man. How you doing, man?
Thank you so much for having me. Excited to be here.
So I kind of gave a little teaser preview, kind of share with the audience a little bit about your early life
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how did you kind of push your way through to where you are today?
I think the key is just have a desire to improve yourself and see what else you can do to create value in the world. So for me, growing up, earning $2 a day, working 12 hours a day was a motivation to see, okay, what else can I do to improve my life? And when I was searching, I found technology, and I just fell in love with technology, with software, with computers, and that became my vehicle to grow myself and impact other people. So I think a lot of people uh, typically just don't try enough things. So I encourage people to try different things, try things which may be outside of your comfort zone, which may, even in some cases, people may not approve of, because I married outside of my religion, which was not approved of, but it was a big step in my life, in my freedom. A lot of these things, I wish I could tell you I had a plan, but it's not a plan. It's just taking one step after the another, and just saying, did I improve today from yesterday? Did I improve today from yesterday?
When you met your wife, you met her while you was pursuing education and
Mhm.
you was going through computers and programming. So kind of tell us where you went because that was 1995. Tell us a little bit about that period of time when you was in school and how you met the love of your life, your wife.
Yeah, I mean, it was I was actually enrolled in a computer program, 1 year program, and that's when I met her, because she was enrolled in the same program as well.
When you look at the opportunity that you had to not just grow yourself and enjoy the fruits of your labor, tell us a little bit about the hurdles along the way, though, because I mean, from having to support yourself at 15 to putting yourself through school, I'm sure on the outside looking in, it looks like, oh wow, he kind of did it, but it's a little bit more than that. Like
Oh,
you
yeah,
had
yeah,
a
yeah. Yeah, it's always like, I mean, life is full of ups and downs. Like even today, there are lots of challenges every day. But the key challenges are, like, first of all, moving to a new country, like brand new country, with no help, no family, nothing, and trying to build your entire life once again. So that was a big challenge. And then being in North America, you know, uh, not knowing the language perfectly well, having an accent, um, you know, um, all these things, and even in certain cases, I faced racism, direct racism. So a lot of these things are part and parcel of life, especially when you want to rise above the level that you are at. But what I learned was, rather than complain about it, rather than say, oh, why is it so difficult for me, use it as your uniqueness, as your power that helps you stand out. And that becomes easier when when you create value and you are different from others, you get noticed faster. So rather than saying, why is it happening to me, uh, you can turn it around and say, okay, why is it happening for me, and how can I take advantage of it?
Once again, you're watching Sweep Unplugged, talking to our guest today, Manuj Aggarwal. When you got into the AI and technology, speeding up to today, in today's times, it's very popular. It's something that a lot of people kind of say they think they understand it, but they kind of don't. They're just kind of going along with the flow like most of us. But you yourself, being in the tech world, understanding this a little bit deeper, tell us a little bit about AI, technology, and computer science, how all that kind of comes together.
Yeah. See, first thing is, like, most people don't realize that AI has been around since 1960s, and now it has become accessible to most people through platforms like ChatGPT. But people who understand this technology, they have been using it for decades. In fact, everybody on listening to this is probably already using it for at least a decade. What do I mean by that? So when you order something on Amazon, the package arrives at your doorstep next day, is because AI is helping Amazon process that order very, very quickly. So when Jeff Bezos started this company, Amazon, he started using AI right in the early 2000s. And within 15 years, he became the richest person on the planet because of AI. Elon Musk is sending rockets to space and catching them in midair and landing them back. It's all because of AI. It's not like somebody sitting there and just using a joystick to land that rocket. It's all AI. So people who are in the know, they have been using this to their advantage for decades. And even you, if you carry a smartphone in your pocket, you have been using AI, because every little component on that device was designed and manufactured using AI. Any app you use on the phone works with AI. So we are already involved, we are already knee deep into AI. Yeah. So that is the idea behind all these technological advances. Now we are at a point where AI is now able to create more solutions than humans. AI is becoming smarter than humans. So in this new world, how you will produce value, how you will show up, how you will earn your money, how your business is going to look like, is going to radically change over the next 2, 3, 5 years. Okay, I'll give you an example. So there are 10 million jobs in US alone which involve driving, whether that's a cab driver, Uber driver, truck driver. In 10 to 15 years, driving by humans will be made illegal. Okay, so now think about how your business or profession will look like in that situation. The other day, OpenAI, which are the company that built ChatGPT, said publicly that now AI, ChatGPT, for $3, it can do the work of a lawyer worth a couple of $1,000s. Okay, so
Okay.
now think about how the legal industry is going to change. So the idea is, we all need to reevaluate, how we will create value in the world using AI, and how will we earn our living, how will we thrive and survive in this era. So that's the question that individually everybody has to answer. But that is not to say that we want to be scared of it, we want to be worried about it. We need to take the first step. We need to work with experts like myself to really understand what it means for our business and do what's necessary to implement it.
When people are watching this, For the newbies, for those who having dabbled into AI like a lot of people have for past 2 years now, what do you suggest they probably check out and start learning? What's some great resources? I know you have a website. People can go to manujaggarwal.com, but do you have any additional resources that people can kind of
Yeah,
start
absolutely.
out?
Yeah. So reach out to me on LinkedIn and tell me you heard me on this podcast. We have some free resources we give, which will help even the newbies, like even like a very very easy way to get started with AI, and not just easy but very highly effective and potent. Meaning, sometimes you give very basic resources, but the outcome is very basic as well. But what we try to do is give easy solutions but high impact solutions, just like this show where you have 15-minute conversation but high impact conversation, right?
Yeah, and speaking of impact, personal growth, and just mindfulness of using this technology, preparing ourselves for the future. I mean, the whole driving thing that might not be a bad idea because some ways that people drive around here is it might help. It might help
Absolutely,
traffic.
absolutely, absolutely.
But when it comes to personal growth and mindfulness, understanding this technology, how it will benefit our lives, what are some of the things you can see it helping business professionals when it comes to their own demanding schedule?
Yeah, see, demanding schedule, let's think about it, right? Like, most of the people are trying to figure out how to get the best results from their limited time that they have. And there is a principle, very well known principle called the Pareto's principle, which says that 80% of our results come from 20% of the effort. Meaning, the rest of the 80% of the work that most of us are doing is mundane, repetitive work that we have to do, but it doesn't really contribute to anything. It doesn't really like excite us to do that work. What do I mean by that? Like, I'm really really good at technology, right? I Technology is my passion. But when it comes to legal matters, when it comes to financial matters, looking at spreadsheets, looking at legal contracts, that doesn't excite me. It's like boring stuff. I get lost in the details, but I have to do it. Now, if if I can use AI to help me reduce my time on those things, then I can take my 80% of the time and create more room in my schedule to focus on the things that I really enjoy. Maybe I spend it on my personal endeavors. Maybe I focus on building more relationship with my clients, or think strategically about expanding my business and whatnot, right?
Yeah. When you look at yourself as an entrepreneur and how you've been able to maintain your success, because it's one thing to achieve it, but it's another thing to be able to manage it. What has been a critical factor in how you've been able to grow your business and also stay true to your core message?
I think the key is consistency. So figure out what is important to you. What are your core values? For example, for me, one of my core values is to give more than I take. Meaning, even if it's a customer, if it's an employee, whoever it is, whatever I give, like it has to be valuable to them in the sense that what they give me back in return has to be less value, so that they feel like they benefited or profited by interacting with me, right? And realizing that, and then staying true to that, being consistent across the board, with your team, with your customers, with your partners. So I think at the end of the day, I will just say one thing: consistency is the key. Try to maintain that consistency. And even in sports, it's the same thing. Like, if you're a sports person, going to the gym consistently, practicing consistently, showing up on the field consistently, I mean, those are the things that contribute to long-term success.
Once again, you're watching Sweep Unplugged, talking to our guest today, Manuj Aggarwal. Go to his website, manujaggarwal.com. Like I say all the time, man, it's a true honor having people like yourself on the show with your expertise talking about technology. Hopefully, we have you on maybe soon in the near future. But until next time, how can people stay in touch with you? I know you mentioned LinkedIn, but is there any other ways that people can contact you?
Yeah, go to my company website called tetranoodle.com. It's a single noodle, not noodles. Tetranoodle.com, or my personal website, manujaggarwal.com, or LinkedIn, or just search my name, Manuj Aggarwal, on Google. I'm easy to find. And let me know, how can I help?
Well, there you go. I hope y'all enjoyed this segment of Sweep Unplugged, talking to our guest, Manuj Aggarwal. Hope y'all have a good time. Make sure you listen and watch us. We're on Sweep Elite TV. You can find us on anywhere you can find podcasts, iHeartRadio, all the other amazing podcast platforms. Until next time, y'all enjoy tonight and have a great day.